talking back and forth, arguing about subjects, inflammation. And I'm going to give you some information today that actually is not out there, and I hope you guys take it back. When Owen asked me to talk about workouts and training people, and I know that all of you guys are trainers here, when we create a program for a client, we just try a workout for a client, right? And you can't do that, not on this day. When you guys have a client, you guys got to know what that client is doing. In my office, by the time they come and see me, they have gone through a bunch of doctors and they come to see me with a bunch of information and a bunch of answers before I get to them. Now, find sex. Let's talk about inflammation. Write that word, find sex, because it's going to help you. No, I don't want you to go and find sex. Well, you can, but let me know so I know what you guys are doing. And the reason I put find sex is because inflammation is created by many things. One of them is food, okay? F stands for food. And most people think that food is just food, it doesn't matter, but it makes a huge difference. And I'm going to bring some subjects that Owen talked about so you guys can see the difference. Okay, food is one of the biggest, or I would say the second largest inflammatory issue that we get. Now, I want to say this. Everybody needs inflammation because the body needs to adapt. So when you eat food and you're eating shitty food, it's going to give you a shitty body. If you're going to eat good foods, it will prevent inflammation. Now, I want to say this. One food that is good for you is not good for the other person. Okay? Everybody is totally different. Second is I. I is for infection. Okay? So any type of infection, cold, viruses, bacteria infections, bad gut bacteria, those are infections that will cause issues in your body. That will also cause inflammation. Now, I want to give you an example of food though. Who recommend nuts for the clients here? Okay? Who recommends butternuts for the clients? You guys recommend nuts, but you don't recommend butter? Why? Peanut butter, almond butter? You guys don't? You guys do? Ah, okay. Okay. What is the difference between one and the other? You guys know it. This is a difference. If I have 5 peanuts right here and I make them 5 peanut butter, are they the same? Absolutely. Why? Remember when Owen was talking about chewing the food? Okay, if you want a client to gain weight, you want to use the butter. If you want the client to lose weight, you want to use the nuts. Why? Because they're totally different. When you grind the nuts, and peanuts are not nuts, by the way. I know people are going to go, oh, Dr. Serrano said peanut butter. Well, peanuts are not nuts, but I'm talking in general. When you grind it, okay, you break down the fat. That fat, when you grind it, is in smaller pieces. When you chew it, the fat cells are bigger, so they have a harder time being absorbed. That's when you want to lose weight, you want to use the nuts. When you want to gain weight, you want to use butter. Okay? Infections. Owen talked about LPS. Okay, and he said you can get it from food. Very hard to get from food, but I guess if the food has bacteria on it, I guess you can get it. When you get an infection affect your immune system, it causes inflammation. That would downgrade to a pathway, and you will get joint pains, you will get other issues. Infections are now one of the biggest inflammatory issues in the world.